Hello, love bugs, sweet angels, powder puffs. I'll find something that sticks eventually. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Today's video is a January haul disguised as a discussion about my low buy 2026. There was a thought, there was a dream in December that this year I would be on a low buy. I would do better. I would be better. I want to make it clear. I only wanted to go on a low buy to start appreciating my things more and to lessen the guilt of always consuming. I did a lot of shopping last year in November and December. It triggered me to have that want to go on a low buy. Then January happened and I never set a goal or a standard of I can only buy X amount of items, spend X amount of money. But if I had, I would have failed it completely. I don't want to drown you in the details yet. I will give you my explanation, my rationalizations as I go through each product, each purchase. This video will be separated by categories, not necessarily chronological order. All of the products I go over today will be ones I consider fun, ones I consider I bought to ease boredom, to get a dopamine hit. I didn't necessarily need any of these items. I don't think I did. I guess we'll see as I showcase each item to you. But I'm pretty sure I didn't need any of these items. They were all wants, and they're all fun categories. I'm not going to go over a toothpaste I had to replenish or a floss, things like that. No, I do not buy those things to cure my depression, to cure my boredom. These are the things I bought when I wanted to have fun, basically. To give a quick overview, those categories that I consider fun, for my passions, things that give me a dopamine hit would be related to my nail polish hobby, beauty, body care, fashion, although I didn't have any fashion purchases in the month of January. Things of that nature do something for me always. They are my biggest weaknesses. That's what I tend to spend my money on and consume. The first category will be my nail polish hobby, anything related to that hobby. So polishes I bought, accessories I bought, anything related to that hobby. That's my current obsession. That's my current passion. Since it is currently my biggest passion, my biggest love, I figure let's give it the limelight first. As I stated earlier, I'm not trying to be in chronological order. It might happen that way for certain purchases, but don't hold me to it. If I can remember the timing of the purchase, I will most likely talk about it, and that applies to this first one I'm going over. I placed an order on January 2nd. I remember that distinctly, for Polished for Days. I remember the date because in December, when I had the idea of doing a low buy in 2026, I pre-approved this purchase. I also took a chunk of my December fund budget to go towards this purchase. So I was prepared to make this purchase. Now, in case you're curious, in November, unfortunately, I must admit, I did not fully take advantage of their Black Friday sale. I did shop on Polished for Days during Black Friday, but it was so early into my nail polish hobby, I had no idea they had such stunning polishes. So when I went on their website, it was because I was on Reddit Lacqueristas and I was looking for blurring base coats, and I noticed a lot of people mentioning their blurring base coats. That was my mission. That was the whole point of ordering on their website for Black Friday. I did not look at their polishes, did not get anything else. Then as the algorithm was learning I was getting into nail polish, I started seeing more posts about their stunning polishes. And that all happened in December. If I remember correctly, majority of December, the website for Polish for Days was closed, so I couldn't make the purchase then. If it had been open, I would have made the purchase in December. The reopening date was January 2nd, so yes. As soon as it opened on January 2nd, I made the purchase. I don't know if you can hear this. I cannot fit all of these polishes in one hand. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. In December, I built my wish list. I had a few polishes. Sorry about that. I had a few polishes that I knew I wanted. The first one that I knew I wanted, it had to be on my list, was Enchanted for me. Oh, not Enchanted for me. Enchanted to meet you. If you're wondering, I have blues like this. I do. But nothing with that beautiful glittery shimmer. My problem is I own a lot of toppers, but I'm aware a topper will never fully look like a polish that is jam-packed with shimmer and glitter. And that's what drove me to that polish. So that one was for sure on my list. I had to get it. And then the next one that I needed, because of all, I say needed, I'm sorry to say needed. I wanted. I'm trying not to say the word needed, but it's the passion in me. Because my algorithm and the people I watch on YouTube talk about polish for days, this one was always recommended. Lush. I can see why. And then looking at all of the other ones, I don't think there was anything else that, like, I could have lived without all of the other ones I got. However, I was trying to hit free shipping. Now there was 2 other polishes that I knew I wanted and they had to be in my purchase. That would be their blurring base coats. I got the blue one and the pink one. When I bought them in Black Friday and they came, I really liked the colors that I got, so I wanted to get more colors. They are very helpful, I would say, in building up a sheer polish, and they dry considerably fast, so I knew I wanted those 2 as well. Now, the rest of the polishes I got were to hit that free shipping, and because I just thought they were so beautiful when I was perusing the website. One of those was raspberry chocolate. I have nothing like this in my current collection. A brown packed with red shimmer. So stunning, so stunning. The next one was Snowmallow. I thought this one was really pretty. I could have bet I didn't have anything similar to this. However, I recently wore this one. I think it kind of gives Frolicking in the Fields by Cracked. I will do a comparison video one of these days in short form. To my eye, it was giving Frolicking Fields, and I already had Frolicking Fields before I made this purchase. I don't get sad at dupes. I don't mean to buy dupes or polishes that are similar, but if they end up that way, for science, I will eventually share with the public that that's what I discovered. The next one I have is Grave Consequences. I was reading online that this is similar to Mooncat's Root of All Evil. I don't know if that's the correct name, but a lot of people were saying this was a dupe. And if I can find a dupe for Mooncat and I'm already making a purchase somewhere and I want it, it'll most likely get in my cart. So that was this one. Then the next one, Eternal Glow, a purple with a red shimmer. It's a classic. And last but not least, Blossom. And surprisingly, I do not have anything like this in my collection. I'm not that big on corals or oranges, and that one is, I believe, a pink base with an orange shimmer, so it kind of gives coral vibes. I figure maybe in the summer I'll change my mind and I'll like it, and who knows, maybe I'll like it on my skin tone. So ultimately, I think you could rock anything, and I thought it was cute, so why not? So that was my polish for days. The only ones I've used so far would be Snowmallow. Yeah, looking at them, I do not think I've tried others. I've been working on trying my untrieds, but I have a collection of over 200 polishes, so you can imagine I have a lot of untrieds. So yes, I've only used one out of the bunch, including the blurring base coats. I've used my other colors, but I haven't used the pink and the blue yet. If you haven't noticed, I am going to have a counter here, a total cost of my purchases for the month, and I know the final number. It's kind of scary. Please understand. It was well within my budget. I've never gone into debt over purchases, ever. The only time I've ever been in real debt in my life was when I had student loans, okay? So I can at least say that nothing was bought to get me into debt, okay? Not going in chronological order. I'm actually just going to show you all of the polishes that I bought. It's easier. I see them right here. I can just grab. I bought at Ulta. At Ulta, I had a gift card from Christmas. I think I only paid $8 from that order, and I got a few things, which some of the stuff is not nail polish related. You'll see that later. I don't feel guilty over this purchase because it was with a gift card, and if I'm doing a low buy, I don't count gift card purchases, and they do not make me feel guilty. As I said, this is also a January haul, so not necessarily everything on this list I feel guilty over. I actually do not feel guilty over any of the products. Yes, I feel guilty that I consumed, but I would not return anything. I do not regret any of the products necessarily. I would have eventually wanted them. I just should have paced myself. That is the issue that I have with myself. Making that clear. If you couldn't see, I bought from Ulta the Holo Taco. This is Polar Princess. I don't have this topper. I think this is my first, no, I take that back. This is not my first topper from Holo Taco. It's my first shimmer topper from Holo Taco. And then the next one, because I got FOMO from everyone raving about this one, the color teal seems to be a popular color among the creators I watch in our nail space. Wait a minute. I don't have anything like this. That is a justification I usually tell myself when I make a nail polish purchase, because I understand I don't need any more nail polish. I think I have exactly 238, maybe 240. I'm approaching 250, and I don't need that many. But when I do buy a polish and I want to sleep at night, I justify it if I don't have anything like it in my collection. I do not have anything like that polish. I lack flakies, so that was another driving factor for me to get that polish. And the polishes have not ended. They will end with this next purchase, though. My algorithm showed me a new indie polish brand, Fail Polish. I wanted the neon so bad because I do not have a neon yellow. I'm someone that needs a neon yellow. Yellow is my favorite color. I need a neon yellow, and the algorithm gods put them on my Instagram feed, and I saw that neon yellow, and it was beautiful. I did not need the second polish that I bought from them. However, I do not like to only buy one polish or one product when I have to pay for shipping. Little did I know you didn't have to pay for shipping. I ended up getting an email from them saying that I could have selected a free shipping option. So they gave a coupon, which is nice of them. That's a very creative marketing idea. So kudos to them, because I will most likely purchase again to use that code that they gave me. The push for this purchase was the neon yellow. They only had one other polish to buy, which was a chrome white. Beautiful. I might have something already similar. Like I said, I didn't want to pay for shipping only on one product. Here is the neon yellow. Stunning. I've tested it. I haven't fully worn it, but it is a gorgeous neon yellow. It's called Launch Me Into the Sun. And the special white chrome that got put into my cart because something else needed to go in there. Why, God, why? I have that one Mooncat one. what is it called? It's their pearlescent one that they released in their ballerina one. I can't remember what it's called. I could go grab it. I'm lazy. That one's almost giving that vibe. I haven't tested it, and it's not a pearlescent from the description, but yes, I have something similar, I'm sure, in my collection. I just couldn't justify the shipping cost without putting another product in there. Sue me, sue me, sue me. Have I tried those polishes? No. And that goes for the Holo Taco ones too. I haven't tried the Wait a Minute. I haven't tried the Topper Polar Princess. I tested the neon yellow on one finger. I do not count that as trying it though. I only count a polish as tried when I intentionally put it in my manicure. So it can be an accent nail if that's the intention, but that was not the intention. I just threw it on my thumb because I wanted to see how it looked, and then I took it off. So I don't count that as fully trying it, and I haven't used the white chrome one yet. Rewind, I shot a clip that said I was done with my nail polish category. I was not. I forgot my Sally Hansen purchase. I did repurchase this Insta-Dri. I love this top coat. I have another bottle by my bed. I probably have this much left of that bottle, so I'm preparing for it to be done soon, and I need to have this, so I repurchased. And then I forgot about my polish pickup order. Sorry. I thought I was starting with all of my polishes, and then I realized I was wrong. These are the 3 polishes I bought for polish pickup. I mainly bought from polish. I try not to buy polish pickup often. I've only ever done it once. But this Lurid Lacquer one, oh my goodness. I have nothing like this in my collection, as I've said many a times for other polishes before. This is the Cucumber Melon. I saw this. I needed it. Sorry, I didn't need it. I wanted it badly. I wanted it badly. I allowed myself to buy it, and because I didn't want to spend shipping on one nail polish, I bought the other 2. This one seemed like a fan favorite, and I do not have many flakies in my collection. It's the Fallen by Cadillacquer Lacquer, so I threw that in the cart. And then the final one was Cracked. I loved Cracked. As some of you may know, I have a whole Cracked Swatch video. Love their formulas. Amazing. I love pearlescent polishes, so when I saw this pearlescent pink, I said throw it in the cart. And those were the only other polishes that I was even a little tempted to buy other than that Lurid Lacquer one. Now we'll go into the nail polish hobby items that are not polish. I bought a label maker, and I bought labels, and I bought swatch sticks. So the total cost will increase to add all of those 3 items to the current number. Yeah, I want to get into swatching my collection. I've yet to swatch anything. I've read tips online that if you're getting bored of your nail polish collection, if you feel the need to make another purchase, then a creative idea to delay that purchase or to fight against the boredom would be to swatch your nail polishes. So I will force myself to do that when the demons come. They haven't come yet. It is currently February, mid-February. I haven't bought a nail polish since the fail polish order. I think I'm okay. There are polishes that are on my wish list. They haven't met my personal requirements for me to make the purchases. I'm waiting for sales. I'm waiting for restocks. So I'm okay for now. I've used a label maker already, not to swatch my swatch sticks. One of my polishes I got from Cert Colors was missing a label. It was a bonus polish I got on Black Friday, so I got to test my label maker, and I can recommend. It's a little pricey. I could have gotten an old school label maker. I wanted something fancy. It was in my budget. Please understand, everything was in my budget. Also, understand. My budget was higher this month because of how my paychecks worked in the month of January. Understand, I do not normally have this big of a budget. I also had rollover budget from December for that polished for days order. I do not usually spend this much in a month. I do not, okay? The next nail polish accessory, I got a 3-pack of nail brushes for cleanup purposes. Those are them. I know I'm only showing you 2. The other one I haven't used yet. The only difference between the 3 are how the ends are shaped. I would recommend these. So far, so good. I do need to clean them. I'm so bad at that. I clean my brushes, not after every use, although I think I need to start doing that because acetone dries out the brush, and that's usually what's recommended. I was using a makeup brush before I bought this 3-pack. Never again, and I would not recommend that. I think a lot of people recommend that for beginners because makeup brushes are accessible. You could probably find them in the Dollar Tree, your local Dollar General, what have you. I would not recommend because if you're not careful, the paint on a makeup brush will come off instantly with acetone. If you can get a metal makeup brush, a stainless steel makeup brush, then that's another story. But the one I got had paint on it. Yeah, it was not pretty. Not pretty. So I knew I needed to get a nail. I bought nail brushes. And like I said, so far so good. The final product I have related to my nail polish hobby was a repurchase. I bought more Cuticle pens. It's a nail brush pen. Lovely, 10 out of 10. I recommend. It's the Bliss Cuticle pen. I originally bought a 3-pack in December. I fell in love instantly. I have the ones I bought in December. I put 2 in my bathrooms and then 1 by my bed. I needed more. So I bought another 3-pack. One of them lives by my kitchen sink, and one of them lives where I do my nails. The other one, I will find a place for it eventually. If you're wondering, do I have one in my purse? I do not have one in my purse because I have a rollerball, and that is my preference for my purse. I'm very heavy-handed. I'm messy. With the way I squeeze the brush and I rub it into my fingers, I get the pen itself messy. The pen has not leaked on me. Knock on every wood, it hasn't leaked on me so far, so that is why I recommend these pens. But because I'm a messy person, it cannot live in my purse. Rollerballs are my preference for my purse. Here's my current total, all related to my nail polish hobby. I don't think this is the category I spent the most money in, if I had to guess. It's definitely near the top. I could be wrong. Because the next category I'm going over are my beauty purchases. And I do not have as many items in this category. However, I spent a lot of money. And this is the part of the video that I hope my husband never sees. I also hope he never sees the end of the video that has the final cost. Because he will judge me. He will judge me. We like to judge each other when we buy things because we know we don't need those things. They're just fun, haha, hee products that we're buying. But he's never known the total before. And this was not a good month for me, okay? This was not a good month. Someone take TikTok away from me. TikTok tempts me with beauty products. Let's dive in. Will this fit in my hands? I made a purchase for Kaleidos on the TikTok shop. I know that total cost shot up. I'm not proud to say what I spent on these items alone. It's kind of insane that I bought 2 highlighters that were $30 each. Oh, that's painful. That is painful. That was a demon making that purchase. I promise you that was a demon making that purchase. I have no words. I have no words. I'm not going to swatch everything, but I need you to understand, like, you know what? Don't understand it. don't understand it, but I am going to show you the swatches of these highlighters that were $30. I won't show you everything else, but like, I don't know if you could see that. I'm trying to look. I have a, if you're ever curious, sometimes my eyes go behind the camera. I have a mirror back there. Maybe I could put it, oh, now I forgot. I just had to swatch it awkwardly. Okay, that was understand these are gleaming, these are beaming. Is the cost worth it? I could have waited for a bigger sale. It was the demons, you guys. It was the demons. The demons got me. My beauty collection lacks highlighters. That's another way I can explain myself. I did buy a third highlighter. This one was not $30, okay? I think it was $14. This one is Moon Cruiser. I'm obsessed with blue beauty products right now. I know I showed you the swatch. These are the other highlighters, the $30 devils. Here's Gifted. It's got a pinky undertone. I'm doing a terrible job at showing it. There we go. And the other $30 devil, Prophecy. This one is a gold orange undertone. So pretty, so pretty. That's all you need to know is they are pretty and they are devils. Then I bought a light pale blush. This one is called Pale Rose. I needed a pale blush. I wanted something for when I'm not trying to look like I have blush blindness. I love blush blindness. I am proudly someone that has blush blindness. But sometimes I want to go for more of a muted look, a Victorian child look. So I figured this would help me with that. Then the last item from Kaleidos was their contour trio. It's in the shade Fair. I've already used this. I've actually used all of my Kaleidos products except for Moon Cruiser. But I've used both of the $30 highlighters, and I've used the blush, and I've used this. I think I'm better at using my beauty products than my polish, honestly. And that's because I only paint my nails once a week. Oh, if you're curious, you caught me on a good day for my manicure. This is Sheer Tint Grunge, I think, by Emily DeMolly. If I'm wrong, I will pop up the actual name. I am definitely a lot better at using my beauty products because of the nature of the beauty product. Polish, I can't wear it. I can't change every day. I'd go crazy. So there's that. To tone it down a bit before I get into the next chunk of beauty products, I bought a 3-pack of eye brushes. I mainly bought them for these two. I have hooded eyes. Having little brushes are a godsend for hooded eyes. I recommend these, actually. I do. So far, so good. They haven't shed on me. And I think they were only $5 for all three. So not bad, not bad. As I said, take TikTok Shop away from me. Burn it down. I made another purchase on TikTok Shop, this time for Eva Expressions. I love Eva Expressions. If you've never heard of them, they went viral for their Magical Guardian palette. I own all three, and in the month of February, I bought their new release, the 4th one. So when I make a February haul, stay tuned. Yes. Eva Expressions is a small business, an indie makeup brand. They mainly advertise on TikTok. They do have their own website. I find you get better deals on TikTok with Eva Expressions. I love them. I recommend them. Oh my God. You guys, what the heck? Okay, I bought 2 singles from Eva Expressions and I put them in this magnetic palette. Did you see that? That's not the Eva Expressions shadow. Oh my goodness. That one is so crumbly, that eyeshadow. I just knew it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Pause. I knew that eyeshadow was really crumbly. I swear I didn't do anything to this. I'm still going, you guys. I paused and I'm still going. Oh my gosh. If you're curious, this has nothing to do with the January haul. This was Starloom by Terra Moon Cosmetics. It's beautiful. It's just a very crumbly eyeshadow. What a shame, what a shame. This is not a review for Terra Cosmetics, but when I first got that eyeshadow, I could just tell it was really crumbly. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll pause again. See you in a time skip. Okay, back to our scheduled programming. It got all over me. Please, that was not a review for the Terra Moon Cosmetics. I own other singles from Terra Moon Cosmetics. They're not that crumbly. I think it's just the nature of that one. It's still beautiful, but I was not expecting that jump scare. Anyways, we were talking about the Eva Expressions purchase I made in the month of January. The first product on that list, Vitamin C. As I was saying, Eva Expressions is known for their Magical Guardian palette, which consists of duochrome eyeshadows. I think that's their bread and butter. They have lovely duochrome eyeshadows. Then the next one I have here, Tropical. You might be wondering, why did I get singles when I already have the big palettes? I was trying to hit free shipping. We know that story. I've heard that song before. I was trying to hit free shipping, and the main point of the purchase for my Eva Expressions was this palette, the Retro palette. I bought this because my eyeshadow collection lacks neon colors, and I've been dying for neon colors to come back, especially in the beauty makeup world. I'm new to nail polish, but what I've seen in our community, normally in the summer, nail polish creators will release neon polishes, which is great for me. I love neons. However, in the makeup world, that's not always the case. It's really what the trend is. And for a long time, it's been soft girl, clean girl. I see a rumbling in the makeup community for color, for grunge, for a dismissal of the clean girl look. So I'm hoping that means we'll get more neons in the future. Since I've been on a neon kick, I bought the Eva Expressions palette. Have I used it? Actually, I don't think I've used any of the Eva Expressions one. I've used their Magical Guardian palettes recently, but I haven't used those new ones yet, so I can't necessarily recommend them. However, Eva Expressions is amazing, and I'm sure those items that I bought will perform just as good as the other products I have for them. The next item I bought was a part of that Ulta order. I haven't opened it yet. It's the Ulta eye primer. I've heard this is a dupe for the Urban Decay eye primer. I currently use the Urban Decay one, and I'm almost at my last bits of the Urban Decay one. So as soon as that one is finished, I will try this Ulta one. Maybe I'll give my thoughts, maybe I won't, but I'm hoping it's similar because this price point is really good, and it actually had a lot of positive reviews on the Ulta website itself. So I was shocked, because if the girlies want to be brutal about a product, you can certainly find that in an Ulta review. This one was ranked pretty high among the eye primers. The last of my makeup beauty products are Blend Bunny palettes. I have been on an eye palette kick. I bought my first Blend Bunny palette near the end of last year during a Christmas sale, not through Blend Bunny. I think it was through Camera Ready Cosmetics. It was a really good deal. It was the Little Miss She Never Misses palette. That was my first rainbow palette I've ever owned, and the quality is great. So I decided I had enough in my January budget to purchase the next two palettes because I love the color stories. A lot of the colors in these color stories I do not currently have in my collection, and now I have them because I made this purchase. Likely story. Sorry, I'm trying to hide the mirror. This is the Blend Bunny Sickly Sweet. The next palette, this one has been on my wish list forever. Why I'm barely purchasing it now, I can't really tell you. But prior to January, I've thought about this palette a lot. This is the Longing palette. I have yet to use the Sickly Sweet one. I've already used the Longing one. Love, love, love. am officially a Blend Bunny stan. I think that's all of the makeup products I have. Let me check my listy list. That's all the makeup products I have. And I would guess this category is my most expensive category. It's just the nature of the game, and I bought 2 highlighters that were $30. I will not let myself live that down. It's $30 for one pigment. Oh my gosh. I did it. What can I... Do I regret it? Would I go back? No. The final category of this video, if you're even still here with me, is related to body care. Some people might try to rationalize this category because it's like, oh, I use lotion every day. I use body wash every day. Yes, however, I already have a mini stockpile of lotion. I'm not out of body wash at all. And I'm also grouping perfume into body care. I do love to put on perfume. I love to match my scents to the season, to my mood, etc. Yeah, that's why I can't justify these as things I needed. They will certainly get used up. I never sit on a lotion or a body wash longer than a year. There's no way. Like, it will get used up. Perfume's different story, but the body wash and the lotion, that's something I can easily explain to myself because I know it's not going to be sitting in my cabinet forever. I shower every day. Like, what can I tell you? Back to that Ulta purchase, it included a Tree Hut. It included a Tree Hut shaving gel. I've used it already. I like it. I am not someone who normally uses a shaving gel. I normally use soap. I needed something to throw in my cart to hit free shipping in that Ulta purchase. And I've been curious. I've seen good things about this Tree Hut shaving gel. Yeah, it works as advertised. If you're looking for a recommendation, use soap. I had a gift card. Like, I wanted to try it. The scent sounded good. What is it? It's called Sugar Spirit. It says scent notes of sugar crystals, iris, and vanilla. Sure, smells good. Would I repurchase? I'll just use soap. I'll use soap. I needed to hit free shipping. It's not a bad product. If you're into shaving gels, why not, I guess? It's not something I would necessarily spend my money on when I can just use soap. Then the bulk of my body care purchase, I definitely didn't need to buy it. However, I told myself if this scent was released, I would buy it because I wanted to try the scent really badly. Ay. I made a Bath & Body Works purchase. They actually had a sale, so you're going to see a lot of products. I promise you there was a sale. I think it was like buy 3, get 2 free or something like that. I can't remember it exactly. There was a reason I bought this many items. I was guaranteed to get free items if I hit a certain threshold. The scent I wanted to try was Sweetheart Cherry. My review, TLDR, I wouldn't repurchase it. I am a cherry girl. If you're going to associate a smell, my signature smell is cherry. I love cherry. I don't care if people say it smells like medicine. I've seen a TikTok creator kindly, sweetly say that cherry smells like cadavers. She said that in a loving way. She loves cherry smells too. To me, I don't care. I love a cherry smell. And I watched other reviews about this Sweetheart Cherry. Let me read the notes for you. It says wild cherry, crushed pistachio, whipped vanilla. If it has cherry, I want to smell it. And then the crushed pistachio, I don't have anything like that in my perfume collection. So I was curious. The dry down is vanilla. You get, when you first spray it, you get that tart cherry that I love, but it goes away in a second. Then you're hit with the pistachio. However, once it sits, it's mainly vanilla. So it's nothing special. I will use it. I'm glad I tried it because now I know I don't need it. As you can see, I've used a good amount considering I own a lot of perfume. I'm trying to get through it, basically. Then the rest of the order was to meet that threshold. I bought this Gingham Gorgeous Foaming Sugar Scrub. I love to exfoliate when I shower. I don't do it every time I shower. It's nice to have options. Did I need that? No, I didn't. Have I used it? I haven't used it. I've used other body scrubs, not from Bath & Body Works. It'll be fun to see how this one performs. A sugar scrub is a sugar scrub is a sugar scrub. I don't think it's going to blow me out of the water. I like this scent. I had a threshold to meet. The next two products are body washes. We have Gingham Gorgeous and Thousand Wishes. I like Thousand Wishes. I like Gingham Gorgeous. And as I said, I can rationalize buying body wash because I go through these very fast. I never sit on a body wash, like a given body wash. So like let's say when I open this, it'll be gone within 3 months. And this one is not going to sit for longer than a year while I'm using whatever body wash I'm using. So I don't feel too guilty buying body wash because it's not like I'm sitting on hundreds of them. The only thing I might sit on is lotion, only because I love to buy lotion and have different scents and layer scents with fragrance and perfume, things like that. I do go through lotions very fast though because I lotion every day, sometimes multiple times in a day. Lotion is another thing that I don't feel too guilty about. However, I have more lotion than I do body wash. And that leads me to the final products of this category and the final products of this video. I bought 2 lotions, one in the Sweetheart Cherry and one in Platinum. I love Platinum. I love it in lotion. If you're curious, it's Sparkling Bergamot, Silver Blooms, Patchouli Musk. I like this in lotion. I've smelled it in the fragrance. I do not like the fragrance for some reason, but in the lotion, it's really good. It gives grandma in the best way. And then I bought the Sweetheart Cherry lotion. The Sweetheart Cherry was a blind buy. At the time it was released, it was online only. I don't know if that's changed. So I couldn't go into the store and smell it. Usually when I buy fragrance, I like to smell it in person first. I've been burned in the past. Although I can't say no to cherry. That's the only thing. Like, I've smelled cherry scents before that I didn't like and I didn't purchase, but I'm always enticed by it. I really am. Yeah, that clears up my January haul with a little insight into how I explain and rationalize certain things. I promise you, I don't normally spend this much, although this month in February might be very similar. I might come a little bit under that total cost, only because I got my yearly raise and I knew I was going to have a yearly raise, so my fund budget increased a little bit. We'll get there when we get there. I took the time, and yes, makeup was my biggest category, my biggest spender, my most expensive category in the month of January. It was around $245. I'm not proud of my final spend for January 2026. It's laughable to think I wanted to do a low buy, and when you guys see February, you're going to think, girl, you're a liar. Low buy where? You're a clickbait. I'm sorry. I really did have good intentions at the end of 2025. Somehow I kept the door open. I don't know how to explain it. If I had to reflect on why I let it get that way, I think that big Polish for Days order, because I spent that much, it kind of made me desensitized to making bigger purchases. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm not sure if that makes sense, but that's the only thing that I think triggered me in a way. I think when I restrict myself enough, I keep that up for the month. But since I didn't have any restriction whatsoever, and I approved certain purchases, and then I knew my budget was going to be bigger for my fun stuff, as I said, the door was left open. I will be doing this every month. Hopefully there will be some months where I do not have to do this because I didn't make a purchase, but I can already tell you there will be a February video. Don't go too harsh on me, please. I'm not asking for you to pull out the pitchforks and torches, okay? Okay? I am making this video to sort of hold myself accountable. My goal is to not have another month like this in 2026 until Black Friday. I can't make any promises once Black Friday hits, but I'm trying not to spend as much as I did this month and any other month besides November, okay? hold me accountable to that if you're the type of person that needs to hold other accountables. I don't know the word for it. If you stuck around this far, thanks for watching, for keeping me on in the background. I don't know, maybe you just need yapping when you're going about your life. Maybe I was entertaining and you watched the whole thing diligently. I'm not sure. Whatever the case, thank you for watching. If you want recommendations on any of these things that I bought, you want my review on them, let me know. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I also wouldn't hold it against you if you subscribe and like this video. Until next time, bye-bye.